Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we'll be reviewing the new 2025 Land Rover Defender. They've got some updates for the new Defender, and this particular one is the Bad Boy V8 version. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Land Rover here in Lehigh for giving me some time with this Defender. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below if you have any questions, need any help. Just ask for Jordan. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood we have a supercharged 5-liter V8 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 14 around town and then 18 on the highway, with power outputs being 518 horsepower and then 461 pound-feet of torque. And hey, we still got the 5.0 going strong in the Defender, which I really appreciate. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now, taking a look at the hood, you guys can see we've got the checker plates. That's one of the cool parts about the Defender in terms of aesthetics, obviously the practical part of it too. Got the Defender logo here, front and center, and then we still have the cool circular headlight design. Well, the housing itself is actually square, but the lighting elements are circular, so I think that's cool looking. Got the fog lights down below. Notice how it's all darker here with the trim. We do have underbody protection, these as well. But yeah, overall, the new Defender, I think it looks cool. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 275 by 45 by 22 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see we've got that 5-spoke design here with the wheels. We also have blacked out brake calipers as well. And then you'll notice that the fender flare is painted black. And then this has the satin paint protection film package on it. Let me see if I can show you guys the edge. It's probably not going to pop up on camera very well. But basically, this is just a normal Carpathian gray, but then they put paint protection film, which is obviously a nice thing to have, and it gives it a cooler finish. Anyways, V8 logo down below. Got that, it's all blacked out too. Mirror caps blacked out. Door handles are gray. This is where you can see the original finish with the paint and the gloss versus the satin. Take a few steps back. Here's your full side profile. And I think the ride height on this right now might be closer to the entry-exit mode, if you're wondering on that. Now you still have the big chunky Land Rover key fob with the lock and unlock function. You got the turn on for the lights, the unlock for the hatch, and the Land Rover logo. I like this key fob, it feels premium. Now popping to the back, we've got a swing gate similar to a G-wagon. That's one of the cool things about the new Defender. It still has that kind of retro design with that. And then you actually have some storage here, and very utilitarian with all of the trim. Now right here you can see we've got buttons to raise and lower the suspension in the rear. It's one of the benefits of air suspension. A little charging port back here. And then this is built on a 110. So you've got pretty solid storage behind the third row. And this is the most popular configuration on the Defender, is the 110 because of the spacing with it. You do get windows here in the back, which kind of adds to the light. You can see there's even vents back here. And then you can see the Alpine windows up top, which is another really cool feature with the Defender. When you're all done, the swing gate's pretty easy. And then I like the squared off taillights here. We've got the spare tire cover on the back as well. Aggressive exhaust tips here with the V8 Defender. You can see the recovery points on top of that. And that's the rest of the rear. Now, popping inside, this is where things get real fancy, but also still utilitarian. So you got nice trim here at the top and down below, but then notice the exposed rivets, so it gives it kind of a rugged look. And I love the handle to pull the door in. And then here are the seats. Got really nice leather trim throughout. You've got some Alcantara on them as well. Getting in's pretty easy. Step up a little bit, but it's not bad. Legroom back here is good. Got a little storage pocket. We've got some vents here in the rear. We have our own climate zone as well. USB ports there at the very bottom with that. And then because the boxy design, headroom's really good. And I do want to mention these seats are very comfortable. Now this leads us up front, where we've got a similar setup on the front door panel with all of the trim. The camera freaked out there. We'll leave it in. All the window controls, you guys can see with the mirror adjustments, and then memory seat function. Got your lock and unlock down below. Blind spot running with the mirrors. If you're ever wondering on payload capacity, I guess I don't usually show it in Defenders, but see 825 pounds, just so you can compare that to other vehicles. And then here's the front seat. Pretty cool looking. Got all of your power adjustments there on the side. Nice trim here and up above as well. You can see the vent right there. And then also fancy pedals. That's nice. So taking a quick look at the steering wheel, we've got really nice trim all around. You've got that kind of rugged design with the spokes and everything on the steering wheel, but then fancy trim there on the airbag cover. Paddle shifters here on the back for that 8-speed. And we've got a bunch of practical controls in the front, including for adaptive cruise control, heated steering wheel button, controls there for the center, and then regular stocks here on the back. Now I've got the center gauge cluster, and I love how the RPMs rev up. Like, I'll give it a little bit of... Also, the exhaust sounds fantastic, so gotta give that to you guys. But yeah, fully digital gauge cluster, really customizable. You can change how many gauges show. This is the 2-gauge layout, and I think it looks really good. It's aged really well, if you ask me. We also have a heads-up display there at the top, and then you get a nice trim here. It's soft touch at the end of the dash as well. And this leads us to the infotainment system. So we have a 360, and you've got the different viewpoints here with this, depending on what you want to see, which is pretty cool. Notice this has a center and a rear locking differential. But it also fills in underneath the vehicle as well, so great system overall. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, quick response time. It's really easy to use. It does control a lot of features in the car, but unlike the Sport and the full size, they still give you more physical buttons than the Defender. Again, this is the more rugged utilitarian vehicle, so they figure that people are going to want to have more tactile experience. So that's for like the air suspension, your low range, your hill descent control. That's for the climate controls, and then also it changes the drive mode select, fan speed. So it's cool, just all of the utility that's built into this little area. And then you guys can see the storage down below with a little USB. You got this trim here on the side, which is pretty nice. They changed the little things here in the cup holder, because they used to be like the little push-in, but these are a lot better if you ask me. And then the wireless phone charging pad, notice it's angled down now, so that makes it so that your phone doesn't slip out. Got a center console refrigerator. Nice trim here on the top as well. And then of course you got storage there, Defender logo, which is cool. Big glove box. We've got a camera rear view mirror with this one, and then of course a premium headliner. That's interesting. This doesn't have the same trim, but the rest top does. And then a panoramic sunroof up top as well. So funny enough, the window sticker was put on the window upside down. Don't know why, but it's what happened. 2025 V8. This doesn't have a ton of options. The V8 starts at 113,500, but we do have a few. The most expensive is that, what is it? Yeah, matte paint protection film. There we go. It's 5,000 bucks for that. Anyways, 124,428. Very specific with the pricing there. Now let's get some things up. We can't drive this particular one. I'll have more reviews on the Defender in the future. So let me know what packages you guys want to see with the Defender. Obviously this is the V8 525. We'll do a review on the P500 as well, inline 6, but just let me know, like, I guess, what configuration do you guys want to see? 130, for example. Do you guys want to see something with all the off-road stuff like that? 110 right there with the roof rack and everything. Just let me know in the comment section below what you want to see with the Defender for the 25 model year. Of course, Octa, that's a good one. I think it'd be cool to do comparison with this against the Octa, just to see if the Octa really does feel like 50,000. Well, it's not 50,000. So this is 113,000 starting. The Octa is 150,000. So like $40,000 more car. Craziness. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about the Defender. Do you think this is still competitive within the luxury off-road segment? That is a segment in the US market nowadays. That's all.